y'all for joining. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yes. Today is day 5, part 1 of the Purpose Challenge. Day 5. Man, I tell you, I was feeling so tired today, and at first I didn't know why because I actually woke up. I actually woke up pretty late, but I was still tired. I realized it was from yesterday. Yesterday I was going through it. I was going through it, man. My eyes were killing me. Puffy, big red, couldn't they were damn near closed. Yeah, I was tired from that. Sneezing all day, from just being so drained. Oh, it was horrible. But I'm just so thankful and grateful that I feel much better today. You know, took some eye drops, all that good shit. And we're here now. Eating goldfish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But the topic today for part 1 is continuing on with my I think it was day 3 part 2, but I didn't really have my notes with me. But I was pretty much talking about the financial change that we sometimes have, that I'm speaking on, like the change that I have noticed from myself, from people around me. Pretty much if I got it, I know other people has gone through this, especially if you're not where you want to be. We have that scarcity mindset, that fear of success or wealth. Those beliefs that been passed down from our loved ones, that don't serve us. Those are the financial, mental chains that a lot of us have been in, and we need to let go of. Because, it's time for us to recognize our divine inheritance, like what we were truly meant to do in this lifetime. What we were truly meant to do. The world has conditioned us to believe in hardship, to believe in struggle, to believe in hard effort to receive what we want. Chasing after opportunities that seem just like they're beyond our reach. What's going on, TriStar? What's going on? Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. Y'all hit that like button for me. But Source has spoken to me, and I know that if it is coming through me, then this word is meant for other people. The time is now for us to stop looking for work, for us to stop feeling like we need to look for a different job to be fulfilled. Because you're going to end up in the same position in that new job of coming around to hating it. Because you're not really living in your purpose. I'm from Texas. Where you from? Where y'all from? Hell yeah. That's what I'm here for. Living in my purpose, like I said. That's what I'm here for, man. Mexico, Tennessee, all right. The country and more country. That's what's up. I love Mexico. Oh, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. I just put out a new episode, actually, maybe a few hours ago. Y'all check that out. How I came up on a free 75K. How I came up on my health as well. Check that video out. It's very inspirational, very eye-opening. It has a lot of clarity in it. But I thank y'all for the reactions too. Hit that like button for me. But yeah, we've been conditioned, so conditioned to believe that we need to work hard for our money and feel worthy for whatever we have because we worked for it. When in reality, Life needs to be easy. Life should be easy. Everything should come to us with ease. Everything should come to us with ease. I appreciate you, L-A-A-B-M. I don't know how to say your name, so I'm going to just spell it out. Hey, we all need that sometimes. I feel you. I feel you. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself, though. You know, we need that mental break, that emotional break. It's so hard to get, I mean, it's so easy to get caught up in, like, the, being on the phone, the social media type shit. You know, it's so easy because it's right there in your face. You just get caught doom scrolling, even though you need to be doing something. But that's good for you, man. I'm happy for you about that. But yeah, source has spoken. We are not meant to be looking for work. And I know some of y'all feel me. I know some of y'all feel me. We are not meant to be looking for work. We are meant to be fulfilling our purpose. So what is that in your heart, in your soul that's yearning to come out, that's yearning to be expressed? That's that purpose that you're meant to live. Not to be working a 9 to 5 or 5 to 9, whatever you're doing, not to be doing that. No, sir, that's the easy route. That's the easy route. That's the comfortable route that you're not even happy with. And if you are, this message is not for you. Perhaps you are meant to live that route. Some people are, but a lot of us are meant to be living in our purpose, like the creation aspect, putting new shit out there. And some of us are meant to work that 9 to 5 and go that route that way, fulfill our purpose that way. I can't speak too much on it because I'm not familiar with it, but some of us are. Why you live? Why you live? What? I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not sure what you're asking, Freddie. But we have that, a lot of us have that scarcity mindset, that lack mindset, of there's never enough. I have to work hard for my money. Money doesn't come easy, And thinking like that, it repels the abundance from coming into our life. And it reinforces the struggle that we don't want. Because we feel that way, so we see that way. You know what I mean? So we have to start to expecting differently in our life. We have to start to feel differently about the circumstances that we have been through in order to start to see something differently. But us continuing to perpetuate those narratives of there's never enough. I have to work hard for the dollar. I have to have a 9 to 5 to survive. Do you really want to continue to survive? Or do you want to prosper? Do you want to thrive? You know what I mean? How that's going to happen is not by doing something that you don't want to do. You have to figure out and allow that creative aspect to thrive out of you. You just have to. And I'm not saying quit your job right now. Not at all. What I'm saying is, in the meantime, in between time, in your free time, start to take steps towards that desired reality, that dream life that you have for yourself. And then quit your job once you see that things are starting to work out for you and you're being supported in different ways. You know what I mean? Don't just quit your job because that's going to cause more struggle. That's going to cause more stress. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Fortune cookie, I appreciate you. Hell yeah. Yes, ma'am. We have to, man. It's time. It's our time now. We have to decide to take steps differently. Stop trying to be in the comfort zone. Where has the comfort zone gotten you thus far? Yes. Yes. Gotta work while we pursue what's in our hearts. Yes. Yes. Because we're looking for more peace. We're looking for more happiness. We're looking for more fulfillment. We're not looking for more stress. So don't quit your job. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, do not quit. Because that's just gonna be more shit to stress about. We want more peace. And I guarantee you, when you start to, in your free time, instead of watching TV, doom scrolling, you know what I mean, going out, having drinks, in your free time, instead of doing those things, you start to focus on your dreams and your plans for your future self. You start to focus on that and take steps every day towards that. You're gonna see a big change in how you feel. You're gonna see a big change in the trajectory of your life. You're gonna start to see more clearly of things you actually can do to fulfill your life, to fulfill your dreams, to fulfill that vision that you have. It's gonna start to become more clear. But you can't see more down the road until you start to take steps further down the road, until you start to try to drive further down the road. You can't see much more than what's in front of you until you start to take steps towards it. Straight up. You know? No matter what you're trying to do. So the more steps you take towards it, the more it'll become clear. So another one is don't fear success. We gotta stop fearing success and wealth. You know, there's an unconscious fear for a lot of us of becoming too different, of being judged, or, you know, becoming too different from your environment and the people that you grew up around or your past self. I'm speaking from experience, you know. Um, Mine was being judged and actually fulfilling my dreams and getting to where I want and then like somehow failing. You know what I mean? That was my fear. But I learned that a failure is only a failure if I accept defeat. And no matter where I'm at, no matter the level that I get to, if I do happen to fall below that level, I am going to get back to that level because I set my thermostat mentally. I didn't just physically get there. I'm training my mind to and my heart to accept that level of achievement in my life. So if I do happen to make mistakes that make me fail, I'm going to get back to where I was because I set that thermostat. So that's why we have to have that mental game, that mental strength, and not just physically get somewhere. We have to be set emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, not just physically. Not just physically. You know, all that stuff is connected. So when we have one that's when we have one that's not in alignment, that's where we mess up at. Yes, mistakes shape you. They're part of the journey. 100%. I like to say we make mistakes. Mistakes don't make us. Straight up. We make mistakes. Mistakes don't make us. You know? So that means that we don't have to define what happened. You learn from it and grow from it. Thank you, thank you. You learn from it and grow from it. I'm gonna be live for an hour today, and then I'm gonna hop off, do some schoolwork, and then hop back on later for another hour. That's the challenge. That's the purpose challenge. 7 days go live. 2 times out of each day, an hour each. Purpose challenge. We've been going for 15 minutes, y'all. Thank y'all for the likes. If you haven't already, hit that like button for me. Thank you, thank you. I sub, hope I catch you again. Love your message, it's inspiring. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. We growing over here. I love it. Thank you, Fortune Cookie. Thank you, thank you. We are growing. It makes me so happy when people hear my message, because I know that it's meant to touch so many other people in this world, and it just gives me more confirmation of for me to keep going. You know, this is a part of my vision, of my purpose, my happiness. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm inspiring people, and you are inspiring me as well to keep going. Thank you, thank you. So the third one, for the financial change that I've noticed in other people and in myself, needed to hear you today. Yes. So much gratitude for that. Thank you, thank you. The third one would be the generational struggle, impoverished beliefs that we have. Some people may not even believe and accept that there's like generational curses, but just like there's generational curses, there's generational wealth, there's generational health. You know what I mean? And with that being said, we have those stories passed down onto us about money being bad, about money, the love of money is the root of all evil, or some shit like that. You know, spiritual people needing to be poor in order to be successful. But how are you going to get the message to anybody if you're poor? How are you going to be heard if you're poor? You know what I mean? Only so many people have their heart and mind open to poor people. How are you really going to fulfill your purpose if you're poor? And how is money bad if we have done so many great things with it? You know what I mean? If we are meant to love everything, how can me loving money be so horrible? I think the point of it is having money be your driving force. That's where it comes in and becomes like a bad thing. That's unhealthy. You know what I mean? Having money be your sole driving force. But we're meant to love everything at a certain balance. You know what I mean? We're meant to love everything and have a deep reverence for everything, a deep respect and love for everything. So no, I'm meant to love money, because how can money come into my life if I hate it? If I'm telling it like, no, you're evil. Why would money want to come into my life? So I love money. I love money just as much as I love myself and the world around me. This, you know what I mean? I respect the animals, the bugs, you know what I mean? You have to love everything because it is a part of us. Money provides safety and stability. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. So why wouldn't I love money? Because it provides so much great things into my life. It's just a crazy concept that we have been so conditioned to believe that it's evil, and it's not true. Like I said, we have been conditioned. So it's time to deconstruct that bullshit, those bullshit beliefs that keep us stuck, and start to construct, start to build a world that not even a world, even an inner world, an inner peace, an inner understanding, an inner standing. That we can empower ourselves, that we can love ourselves while having that balance. You know what I mean? While having that balance to have a healthy, prosperous life. You can love everything. You can love everything, which is what we are meant to do. We're not meant to condemn something just because we don't understand it or whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like having money, it just amplifies who you are. You know what I mean? So if I were to have money, if I were to have millions and millions of dollars, which I am, once I have that shit physically, it's not going to make me evil. I'm going to do great things with it because I know I'm a great person. So the only way money becomes evil is if an evil person has it. Just like a knife can't be a murderer. You can only, you know what I mean? The person who used the knife is a murderer. The knife is not a murderer. The knife can't be evil. You know what I mean? It's the same concept. So we gotta stop condemning money. We gotta recreate beliefs that empower us and let those bullshit beliefs go. Because a belief is not the truth of who we are. A belief is not 100% true ever. A belief is just a thought that we keep thinking that makes it true to us. We can have different beliefs and they are true to our lives. So recreate those beliefs that keep you stuck. Those mental chains, those mental blocks that have you questioning. That have you question about money, poverty, success, health. Recreate all that. Certain diseases running my family. No, they stop at me. They're not welcome over here. I don't accept that for my life. I'm healthy. You know what I mean? Just because grandma had it and great grandma had it doesn't mean my mama has to have it or I have to have it. It only comes because you're accepting it and you believe that it runs in your family. No, it can stop with you. You have that power. You have that power. Because you are everything. Everything is. So choose what you want to do. Choose who you want to be because you're already everything. So choose what you want to identify with. At the core, you are your true divine being. We have been so caught up in the 3D reality that we forgot who we are. We forgot who we are, which is a star seed living a human experience. Divine beings. We've been live for 20 plus minutes, y'all. Let's keep it going. Thank you for the reactions. I appreciate it. Y'all hit that like button for me if you haven't already. And subscribe. I love goldfish. My kids want goldfish and I haven't had goldfish in years. And they just brought me back. Used to be my childhood snack. At least one of them. I'm grateful I can earn to provide. Hell yeah. I'm grateful I can earn to provide. I love that. Because the more things we're grateful for, the more things we have to be grateful for. Just like the more things we find to complain about, the more things we're going to find to complain about. So hell yeah. I love that fortune cookie. Hell yeah. But so from all those three things that I mentioned, you know, pretty much I was speaking on how to become aware of those things. But I didn't go into detail. Because, without awareness, we can't shift anything that we can't see. So, so when you catch yourself saying those things, or feeling those things, feeling fear of success or wealth, you start to become different. You start to have that scarcity mindset of, oh, I can't afford that. Or you have to work hard for whatever. Or, you know, you start feeling bad about what's to come, or you start feeling anxious about bills or whatever. Notice that. Notice that. Ask yourself why. Why am I feeling this way? Because what you're expecting, whatever you expect, is going to come to pass. So what we can start to do is start to expect abundance, start to expect to be supported, start to expect to be taken care of. We can start to expect checks in the mail instead of expecting bills in the mail. You know what I mean? Start expecting abundance. Start to see abundance. You can even a great one, like Fortune Cookie said, I'm grateful I can earn to provide. Is start to be grateful for what you have right now. Start to be grateful for what you have right now instead of complaining about what you don't have. Because, well, we are abundant beings already. Everything in this world is already abundant. You see an abundance of trees. You see an abundance of blades of grass. Manifest. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Yes. Manifest. Curate. We are abundant beings right now. We can't even fathom how many breaths we have taken thus far, right? We're abundant already. So what are you abundant in? Are you an abundant in lack? Are you in abundance of lack and feeling like you're missing something? Feeling like people don't love you? Feeling like you're going to be judged? Are you in an abundance of lack, or are you in an abundance of prosperity? Because we're already abundant. Choose your abundance. Choose what you want to focus on. Yes. Yes, you set that out into the world, that frequency, that energy. Yes, the concept of being thankful is very powerful because you're sending that out into the ether to be magnified back to you and attracted back to you. Just like you're attracting back to your life struggle. We just have to choose where we want to send our focus on, where we want to spend our energy. Because everything is energy. So how are you choosing to spend and use your energy? Use it wisely. It's so easy to get caught up in the lack because that's what we have been conditioned to do. But we can start to condition our mind and ourselves for abundance and for the things that we actually should be experiencing. The prosperity, the love, the health, the wealth, the happiness, the peace. That's what we should be experiencing. But one, somehow, some way, we have ended up here in this fear-mongering world, experiencing a lot of heartache, unfortunately. I guess it's the beauty of it, of us finding and returning back to our divine self and really understanding that we really do have the power of it. We really do have the power to live the life that we really desire. Like, I think that's the beauty of life. That's the whole purpose of life, is to grow. To grow. And to get back to a life of ease and and just pure peace. I think that's the beauty of it, because we wouldn't be able to appreciate it if we didn't have the unfortunate things. You know what I mean? The heartache, the fear, the pain. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be able to appreciate the great things in life if we didn't have that. So in a sense, we should be thankful for the unfortunate events. Yeah, we really should be, because without it, we wouldn't be able to appreciate the goodness in life. No, I need some more water. Hold on. Yeah, I like being out in the garage, if you can't tell. Isn't that so true? Pain makes you really appreciate the joy. 100%. 100%. And a lot of us don't even realize that. We just hold on to the pain thinking that it's making us into this monster, and we just accept it. But really it's there. It happened through us to help us grow. You know what I mean? We don't have to identify with it. We don't have to say that this made me this way, and keep identifying with it and holding on to it. All we need to do is grow from it, forgive. You know what I mean? Take the good with the bad and keep it moving. You know, everybody has gone through something unfortunate in their life. Some type of trauma. Trauma is just not being sexually abused or, beaten. Trauma is different for everybody. So everybody has gone through it. But, there comes a point in time that we need to learn that it's time to let it go. If you really think about it, say something happened to you 20 years ago, and you still identifying with it and holding on to it, and you're not doing a certain thing because of what happened to you 20 years ago, you're still stuck in that time frame, that time frame of 20 years ago. It's a really wild realization when you think about it. Like, you're still stuck from that situation that happened 20 years ago. And you're not able to be in this present 2025 life because you're stuck in 20 years ago. You're stuck in 2005. That's crazy. Exactly. What you do after that counts. 100% is what you do after that counts. I'm trying to remember what I heard this lady say on YouTube, because it was profound. So profound. It was something like a you can be 90 years old and live like you can be 90 years old and live 90 great years, or you can be 90 years old and live, man, I'm a find it. I'm gonna remember it, because it was like, damn, that is so true. It's pretty much being stuck in the past, or you can live 90 great fucking years. Like, you choose. I'm gonna find that shit, because I should have wrote it down. But essentially, it is what you do after that counts. You know, so we got to release that shit. Reprogram our beliefs, reprogram our hearts and our minds to love, to trust, to abundance, and let go of the past, because being stuck in the past, that's exactly where you are. You can't be present. You can't enjoy what it is that you have right now by having your energy in the past. There can only be one way. You know what I mean? Either you're going to be here in the present, or you're going to have fear of the future, or you're going to be upset about the past. You can't have all three. So the best choice, I feel like, I know, is to be in the present so you can enjoy it, because it truly is a gift. Sounds cliche, but it is. It truly is a gift. And you can enjoy it if you're focused on something that happened 20, 30 years ago. It's just not possible. Even something that happened yesterday. That's old. That's the past. Even something that happened 5 seconds ago. That is the past. Let it go. Forgive and let go. Even 5 seconds ago. Even 5 seconds ago. Even 1 second ago. Let it go. It's over. The only thing we have right now is this moment. This moment. This moment. And this moment. So, reprogram yourself. Brainwash yourself. Govern your own mental mind into having success. Create that vision. You know? If you think about it, we've already been brainwashed. We've been brainwashed into believing that we gotta be struggling for however long. We have to be in fear. We have to be in. We can't trust nobody. Like, we have been brainwashed already. There's billions of people in this world. So why would you think that you can't trust anybody? Because of one situation that happened, or two situations that happened with probably the same person. What are your suggestions to move from the past? I'm gonna tell you what I did, because I can talk about it now. You know, there was a time where my past had me in a chokehold, had me having this demeanor of "don't fuck with me," of "I don't want to talk to nobody." I didn't even like hugging my own mom or my own brother. Like, that's how much my past fucked me up. So and you wouldn't have even caught me on the live. You wouldn't have caught me doing any of this 2, 3 years ago. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how I let go of my past. I started to meditate, and that's any time of the day that feels good to you. And I started to journal and journal about forgiveness, because, like, you don't even have to forgive physically. Like, you don't even have to talk to the person, whoever wronged you. You don't have to do that, because once again, everything is energy. Everything is energy. You feel that energy when you think about that situation. You feel that shit, right? So you can energetically forgive. You can energetically forgive yourself, the situation, the person, and understand that it didn't happen to you. It happened through you and for you to grow from. Everything is a learning lesson. Everything is, don't have to forgive, but sometimes I just have to accept. Hey, that's a good one too. You know what I mean? Accept what it is for whatever it is. And you can decide yourself on how you want to moving forward. You know what I mean? If they don't like it, fuck it. It's not your job to make someone happy. Happiness is a choice. So it's their choice to make themselves happy, and it's your choice to make you happy. So move how you want to move, as long as you're moving from love and respect. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? If you need to move from the past with whatever, journal, meditate, get clear on what it is that you want. Rewrite the situation that happened. You know, a good I wrote I had a live yesterday on a suggestion on like what to do at the end of each day, because especially if the day, certain parts of the day, situations from the day didn't go how you liked, and it really wanted you really wanted it to, is to revise, because it has a profound effect on anybody's life. So what's recommended is at the end of each day, before you go to sleep, is to think through the events of the day. And if any events or moments didn't go the way that you wanted to, replay them in your mind in a way that excites you. Replay them in a way in your mind that excites you and thrills you. Um, because as you recreate those events in your mind exactly as you want, you're cleaning up your frequency. You're raising your frequency. You're raising your vibration from the day, and you're emitting a new signal and frequency for tomorrow. So your tomorrow is going to be even brighter because you went to sleep on a higher frequency, and you're intentionally creating new pictures for your future, right? So it's never too late to change the pictures in your mind, because you're replaying the pictures, the movies, or whatever in your mind, the situations in your mind. So it's never too late to change that. Like I said, the past doesn't exist anymore, right? So you replaying that in your mind, you're just making it up at this point. Um, I'll share. I almost murdered. I I almost murdered by my husband. He shot me in my bed. Damn. It was a struggle to move forward, but oh my God, I'm thankful because through this, I am a better person. Because of what I experienced, I'm so grateful for my life and everything in it. Wow. Wow. That is deep. Whew. That's a tough one. That's really deep. Like I said, we have our own traumas. You feel like you don't have to forgive that? I think that's something to be really have a big part of forgiveness in that. Of course, accept, but I really feel like there's a forgiveness in that. Wow. I'm glad you're still here, though. I'm glad you're still here, though. You definitely have a testimony with that. And you saying that you're so grateful for what you experienced shows how much of a great person that you are. It shows your heart just from that sentence. You're because of what I experienced. I'm so grateful for your life and for everything in it. Whew. Fortune cookie for real. You speaking is inspiring. I don't forgive him, but I accept it happened. I'm here and I must have so many more wonderful things to do. You absolutely do. I say this all the time. If you woke up this morning, God is not done with you. You have things to do. You have things to do. You have things to do. You know, sometimes forgiveness isn't the answer. Is if you think about the situation and it doesn't hinder you and hurt you and cause you pain, you don't have to forgive. There's nothing to forgive. I'm just saying if you're in a situation and and you think about what happened to you and it feels like there's something bottled up within you, there's some forgiveness to be done. So good for you. Good for you that that situation is not hindering you. That's wild. That is something deep right there. You definitely have so many things to do. You definitely do. You are still here, my lady. And I thank God you are. You know, I was telling my wife the other day, like, when we were driving, like, we see so many people on the road, just driving, walking, in the store. Like, how many of these people do you really think are really low key crazy and could murder people? How many people? I'm sure you're very welcome. You're very welcome, and thank you for telling us your story. Thank you. But I'm like, I I don't think I could actually kill somebody. Like, if it really came down to it, I don't think I can just kill somebody because I'm angry. And there's so many people around the world who can. And it's like, how many people do you really think that we have seen just in this day who are that crazy? Exactly. You never know. And that's why I go out there every day. Before I start my day, I put protection around me. I have this this energy field where I demand health, health, wealth, prosperity, protection, this force field around me because we have an aura that's like, I think, 3 yards around us. So I protect my aura, I protect my energy because you never know. You never fucking know when you're going out into the world what's gonna happen. I put that around me, my wife, my kids, my family that I don't see, but especially me every morning before I start my day. When I get out of bed, I make that an intention because you don't know. And it is crazy. It's very crazy. It's very such a wild thing to think about and realize how many crazy people you could have come across that could have just flipped in any moment. hmm So that's what I'm saying about expecting love, expecting health, expecting peace, expecting happiness, expecting wealth. Because if you go out into the world and you're expecting that lack shit, that stuff that doesn't really serve you, one way or another, it's going to come to you because that's the energy that you're bringing out into the world. That's the energy that you're putting out into the ether. Everything is energy. So, what do you want for yourself? Is the question. When you want to change your circumstances, you first have to change your mind. You first have to change your thoughts, your thought process. You know, we have over 13,000 thoughts a day, and 9 times out of 10, most of them are the same. So that's fine, right? But we can input new thoughts. You can't stop yourself from thinking, but you can input new thoughts and train your mind for the things that you want. Because subconsciously, you already know what you want. Subconsciously, I mean, consciously, you already know what you want, but subconsciously, there's deeply rooted unfortunate things that's embedded within you. So consciously, we have to reprogram our mind to subconsciously reprogram our life. Subconsciously is what attracts things into our life. Our subconscious mind is 95% of who we are, and our conscious mind is only 5% of who we are. Think about it. This is our conscious mind, and our subconscious mind is the rest of our body. So it's deeply rooted within us. But we can actually change it. We can rewire and reprogram our mind. Our mind isn't just here, but our mind is everything, you know? We feel something here and we're going to feel it in our mind. We're going to feel it in our whole body. So our mind is everything, but subconsciously, We can reprogram our mind for greatness. Does that make sense? I think I have to make a video about it because it gets deep. It's like so it's called neuroplasticity. You know, our mind is plastic, and we can rewire our brains for anything we want. You can have a sickness, you can have an ailment, you can be in a place of where you don't want to be financially, you know, where you don't want to live, the job, whatever. Yes, they are powerful. They are healing. They can cause the sickness that you don't want because you're telling yourself, "Oh my God, I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. Oh no, stay away from me. I don't want that." You end up getting sick. Thoughts are powerful. It doesn't matter what you say you don't want. It's just what you're saying. It doesn't understand. Oh shit, we're on here for 51 minutes. Look at us. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Time went by. But it doesn't matter what you're saying you don't want. Subconsciously, source, the universe, is just playing off of what your energy is, what you're putting out there. It doesn't matter what you don't want. It doesn't matter what you're saying you do want. It's about that energy. So if your energy is so focused on not getting sick, all it hears is getting sick. It doesn't hear the not wanting to. You know what I mean? It's that energy. It's even if you're afraid of it, it's gonna happen because you're so focused on it. So find shit to be happy about. Find shit to be grateful for. Change your energy. Change your focus. You'll change your life. Yes, time went quick. Goes quick when you're having fun. Change your focus. You'll change your life. So, once you decide what you want, rest in the knowing that it's already done. Know that it's already done. Maybe in the 3D, it doesn't seem that it's done. But internally, it's done. Like the only reason why you want that desire, that reality, that dream life to be fulfilled, my mantra, my body is strong and capable. I am a wonderful force. I am loved. I love that. My body is strong and capable. I am a wonderful force. I am loved. That is a good one. I love that. I might have to steal that. But really, is it really stealing? Everything is recycled in this world. Nothing is original. Nothing, no matter what you think, is from somebody, somewhere, something. But that's why I say that's why I have been saying, you know, when you think of your desired self, that reality, that version of you that you desire, I share the love already. I share the love too. Hell yeah. When you think of that version of you, where was I going with this? That is already done, right? So when you think of that desired reality that you want, you're thinking of it because of how it's going to make you feel, right? It's not necessarily about the accomplishment, the end goal. It's about how you're going to feel when you get there. So if it's only about how you feel when you get there, not necessarily about the experience itself, you can conjure up those feelings right now. You know what I mean? You can conjure up that happiness right now. You can conjure up that excitement, that love, that peace, that security, that feeling of security that is gonna give you. You can conjure up those feelings right now. So it's already done. It is already done. because you can feel it right now. It's not about the 3D reality of it being done, the experience being done, but it's about the feeling that the experience is going to give you that matters. Because the experience is just going to come and go, but that feeling can last forever. And it can be conjured up right now. Just like you can have a feeling of pain, of hurt, of shame, of guilt for so long. You can just hold on to that so easily, but it's so hard to hold on to happiness and peace. Nah, that's over with. That's what I'm saying. Brainwash yourself. Change your circumstances by changing your thoughts and your feelings. Govern your mental mind for success, for happiness, for peace, for health, for wealth, for love, for enjoyment. Because you really can. It's all about the feelings. So, because I am, everything is, right? Because I am, everything is. Because I am happy, everything around me, I see happiness. Because I am peace, everything around me, I see peace. So because I am, everything is. Straight up. So, whatever that version of you is, ask yourself, like, how do they operate? What do they consume on a daily basis? What are they eating? What are they drinking? Who are they talking to? Are they gossiping? Are they watching TV that that doesn't fuel the fire within you? You know what I mean? Are they watching draining TVs? Are they listening to music that puts more fear into their mind and hate? You know what I mean? Who's that version of you? Who's that 2.0 version of you? How do they take action? Man, I gotta do my writing homework, my writing final. I've been putting this off for so long. But it's like, what is it that's making me not finish this goddamn paper? What is it? I just keep telling myself I hate writing, I hate English. But I want to maintain my academic grades and get an academic scholarship. So I need to finish this shit. Do you function better under pressure? Yeah. I get a lot of shit done in a time crunch. But at the same time, I don't like feeling rushed. But yeah, I do. I seem to wait till the crunch. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm doing because she wants it to be submitted by Sunday. And I haven't even started the final yet, like the final draft. I have two more sources to look at and pull from. So yeah, I'm really sitting on my hands. But I'm gonna get on it once I hop off of here. I'm gonna get on it. Even though I don't want to. But hey, this is a part of what I'm saying. This is a part of what I'm saying, and if that's what I want, I need to finish this shit. I need to do it to the best of my ability, not just put something together. Okay, you'll get in the headspace, and I know it'll be great. Think how great you'll feel when it's done. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because putting it together, we this is something that we have been doing since day one, since the day one of the class. We have been researching the community that interests us, which is I researched the Kundalini community, Kundalini yoga. So we've been putting together this paper since day one. And every time I submit parts of the paper, I actually do feel good when it's done. So you're right. I don't know what it is. But I thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Fortune Cookie, for interacting with me, chatting with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Much love to everybody who came in, supported, liked the live, interacted, commented, subscribed, or just watched. I appreciate it. I'll be back on later tonight, though. Make sure y'all have a good day, good night, wherever you at in the world. Don't let anybody fuck it up for you, because you have the power. Yeah, it was too. I feel the same. Much love to you. Y'all have a great day, okay? I'll tap back in later. Wish you great writing flow. Thank you, thank you. I accept that. I accept that. Thank you so much. You have a great day, all right? I'll catch y'all later. Peace.